So Elon Musk, other than posting absolute hate and nonsense on his platform, has just released a new AI model, and this AI model is called Grok Code Fast 1. And this AI model is apparently super cheap. It costs only $0.20 per million input tokens and $1.50 per million output tokens. This model has 256,000 contexts, which is good enough. But the most interesting thing about this model is the cost, because the previous version of Grok, which is Grok 4, costs $3 per million input tokens and $15 per million output tokens. But I think the fair comparison of this model should be with something like QWEN 3. So QWEN 3 Coder, which has similar kind of context at almost half price when it comes to per million output tokens. We already know how good QWEN 3 Coder is because I have created separate videos about QWEN 3 coding capabilities. So in this video, we are going to test how good this new Grok model is. We are going to perform different coding tests. We are going to use this model inside VS Code using QWEN through OpenRouter. So before we start, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and click on that like button as well. Alright, so to start using this model, you can use OpenRouter. You just go to openrouter.ai, then just look for Grok Code Fast 1, and then you can find this model in here. Next thing is you need to create an API key. Just go to API key section and then just click on create API key. Just give it a name, Grok Code, and click on create. Just give it any name. Just copy this from here, and now you can just open VS Code, and we are going to use QWEN. You can use any other AI code editor, something like Code or something like maybe Roocode, but for this video we're going to use QWEN. So make sure that you have VS Code installed, and after that just go to extension section, and from here just make sure that you have installed QWEN. So I have just opened an empty folder, and in here you can see I have just opened QWEN as well. Now you need to provide that API key from OpenRouter in here inside this API provider. So just look for OpenRouter. Here it is. Simply just click on that, and after that you can see my API key is already configured in here, and now I can just look for Grok Code. So here it is, Grok Code Fast 1. So I'll just choose this model. There are a few limitations of this model. This model does not support images. This model does not support browser use as well, and does not support prompt caching as well. So there are a few limitations. Now I have just created this autoplay chess inside Gemini using Gemini 2.5 Flash. So I'm going to use the same kind of prompt. Then I'm going to provide this prompt inside QWEN, and we are going to see if Grok Code Fast can actually create this autoplay chess game. So I have just provided the prompt. I'll just press enter, and now let's just see if this can actually build that game. So right now you can see it has already started writing code, and it has created this HTML file, which is autoplay-chess.html, and right now you can see it is showing that task is completed, and the total API request cost only $0.0097, which is super cheap. So now I can just run this command and then open autoplay-chess.html and see what it has created. Okay, so right now you can see there is this error. The error is the term open is not okay. Fine. All right, I'll just open this HTML file right here, and you can see this is what it has created. Cool. I can click on start game, and now you can see it has made the first move, second move. All right, fine. The speed is kind of really fast, but yeah, I can simply even click on next move myself and keep playing it myself. Let's just see how many moves we can make until the checkmate. All right, so yeah, I mean, you can simply just click on autoplay and then it will keep playing itself. So apparently it has just completed this simple task. Now let's just create a more complex project, something maybe using Three.js and maybe a simple Rubik cube simulator, and we'll see if this AI model can actually create an actual Rubik cube simulator. So I've got this prompt for creating a Rubik cube simulator, and now I'll just press enter, and let's just see what it will do. So right now you can see it is thinking and writing code as well, and it has just created this index.html file. For this project it will have to write some code in JS as well, because this is going to use 3.js library. So let's just see if it does that or not. Yeah, so it has just created this Rubik.js file. That's perfect. That was expected, and now let's just wait for it to finish this task. Most of AI models has failed this task in first attempt. In fact, GPT-5 failed that task in first attempt. So let's just see if this AI model can actually finish this task in first attempt. So far it is still going on. You can see the cost is only $0.01. That's amazing. Now it is editing index.html file again. So now finally it has completed this task, and it cost only $0.0196. Now it is ready to start. I can simply run this command, start index.html, and this is what it has created. It's horrible. So it has failed this test in first attempt. So let's just try to create a cube. Let's just click on scramble cube. Well, okay, that's not solved. Now the problem is I cannot take a screenshot and ask it to improve the lighting or anything. what I can do maximum is explain. So let's just ask it to fix the lighting and make it more presentable. Please fix the lighting, make it more presentable, and enhance the overall interface. So yeah, that's my prompt. Please fix the lighting, make it more presentable, and enhance the overall interface. I'll just press enter, and now let's just see what it can do, what it can enhance. First, it has just updated Rubik.js file. Now it is going to update index.html as well. So it is changing background colors and adding some light elements as well, because in 3JS that supports the in 3D space it supports the light. So let's just run again, and this is what it is. Well, it has enhanced our interface, but the lighting is still not enhanced, and also it has not solved the cube. So yeah, I mean, we need to do it manually. So let's just ask it to fix the solve issue. So now to fix the solve issue, it has just like started its work, and let's just wait for it and see what sort of edits it will make. So now again it is updating this Rubik.js file. Let's just wait for it to finish. So far this entire task overall cost only $0.04. That's super cheap. So now it has just fixed the solve issue. Now let's just run this project again, click on generate, and then scramble cube. Now cube is being scrambled. We could just change the background color to white maybe, so it could just fix that issue, but let's just not right now, and let's just see if it can solve. No, so the solve is stopped at after 3 moves, I think. I don't know, after some moves it just like stops there. I think another solution could be we could just like keep a record of each and every single move that it is making, and then ask it to like analyze all of those moves and then carry on. But yeah, this model has kind of like finished both of the tasks. The first task it finished quite well because that was a simple chess project, and the second one where some 3JS was involved, so it did make some mistakes. It did not actually complete and finish that project. So overall the performance is not that bad. As a lighter model, this is really good. You can just like use it for your simpler tasks. I'll make more videos on this. I'll try to make maybe a mobile app using this model and see that how this model actually performs in a real world actual project. So I hope you really like this video, and let me know in the comment section what you think about this new AI model. I see you next video. Bye bye.